YouTube, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. Hope everyone is having an amazing day. We are doing something that I've been wanting to do a long time since I've gotten my Lotus. We're going to be installing carbon fiber Exige style, not the extended, but just carbon fiber Exige style side intake scoops. I'm really excited. I think this will look really good on my car. Here's the current setup. I'm gonna show you guys how to do this. This is gonna be a how to install video. Again, Tony, thank you so much for putting these videos out. This is just me doing mine, my way. I love that Tony, you guys. I'm gonna link Tony again below. He already did all these videos. He's awesome. He has a, I think, Ardent Red Lotus ELISE, and he did this to his car as well. And so I watched his videos before I did this one. Great guy, love his car. Excited to hopefully meet him sometime. So let's go ahead and jump on and do the install. All right, so I got these carbon fiber side intakes. These are not the ones that stick out. These are the, again, these are not like Tony's. They stuck out a lot. These are the OEM one likes, which I like a little bit more conservative on those, not the too far out, but I do also like the other ones. This is just what Josh had. Mine do not have a grate on the inside or a mesh, which I'll probably rock it without. Now, if I can find a mesh in there, I'll probably end up pulling these off and reinstalling them. From Greg's Racing Parts, this is what you got. Price-wise, 100 and something, 140 bucks or something like that. And then the kit itself is like 140 bucks. And you can see why, because you need all these awesome parts that Greg has provided for us. We will open them up. He actually even separated into nice little compartments. How cool is this? It's really nice that he did that. And then all the larger compartments there. One of the things that I'm fortunate for is that I have my OEM ones on there, which Tony did not have those on. So let's go ahead and jump into this, and I'll show you how to remove the OEM ones so that you can do this along with me. And then if you guys want these parts, swing by gregsracingparts.com. We're on the driver's side. Let's not forget a step. I removed the wheel. There was no wheel there. So don't forget to remove the wheel. That's a step. The rear wheel is off. I have my car up on jack stands where it's been for a long time. We're gonna do lefty loosey right here. These are these little funny little plastics that hold this fender liner in. They kind of just pop out, to be honest. Like, you don't really need to do the lefty loosey thing. It kind of just pops out. All right, so we pop that out, get some leaves. We'll go up along this line here and pull this liner out. So yours won't look like that. That's an intercooler because my Lotus is turboed. Yours will not look like that. I might have to do a little bit extra work to remove this. So I'll see what I can do. I'll show you guys as I do it along the way. In Tony's video, he did not have that shroud. I think that's just a shroud there, to be honest. And there's a fan up top. I do see the fan up top to cool the turbo, but I'm not sure if that'll affect the intake of this. I don't think it will. But let's go ahead and do lefty loosey on these Allens right here to remove that so I can have some access to that area. Okay, again, intercooler. You guys are gonna have to, maybe you have a force fed kit, I don't know. But this is to direct, obviously, well, I don't know, obviously, but this is gonna be to direct air up into that intercooler. So let's go ahead and wiggle this out of here. So now we have access. What a cool piece! Force fed, that's dope. This is totally me. This is something I would buy. I love this. That's awesome. Looks like one of my intake kits. Okay, so there's a little bit of dust and stuff in here. There's the intercooler. It's like the size of a shoebox. It's adorable. Here's some wiring for the fan. This fan is noisy as heck. I honestly would consider removing it, but it cools the car down, so we'll leave it. But yeah, let's go ahead and jump in here. Let's look here. Well, there is a cool little mounting point right there. I don't know what this is. I don't know what that belongs to. But it does look to me that this uses a lot of the original mounting points. So I don't know if I'll be able to use this or not, but let's do my best. Let's see what we can do. Okay, intercooler. This shield thing that directs the heat or the cool air into the intercooler. my lamp. I did get this out. Now, I did no going back. Why do I say I did no going back? Because I broke this little tab right here, and I broke that little tab right there. Why did I do that? Because mine was so far wedged in here with this intercooler, there's the intercooler, that I would have had to remove the intercooler. So what I did was I just tugged on it. So I'm gonna wipe all this down. In addition, I removed this right here, which is the seal that was like that right there. And I'll probably continue to use this. So I might glue this back in there. I like the look of this seal. All right, this might be a better angle for you guys. So that's where we're at right now. So we've removed it, cleaned it up a little bit, shined it up a little bit. I did remove that little seal. You guys see that? Will I put the seal back on? I'm still indecisive. It's right down there. What we're gonna do is now is grab that Greg's Racing's part kit and then grab the driver's side carbon. All right, let's look at the hardware. So I put all three of these little cute, I love these, I think these are cool. They're all over the Lotus. They're the bolts that hold them in with these cool little washers. So that's how it's gonna be look on there. This is the first one we're gonna do, so let's go ahead and do this one first. This sits on the back side, just like this. So what you'll do is you'll put it in there, oops, on the back of right here. So let me go ahead and install that one first. We'll do both on the bottom ones of these. So I've seen everyone do it like this first. That's the first step they do, very simple. All I did was tighten that on there like that. That's the lower one. Why is it like that? Because I think it's just gonna sit and hook in like that. Yeah, so something like that, it'll hook in like that. Ooh, that's gonna look good. So it'll hook in like that. Wow, awesome. Okay, so we mounted that one intercooler. How cool is that? I just can't get over that thing. That's so awesome, so cool. Look how perfect that thing is. They made all that. Anywho, okay, so this is a little slot right here. This whole thing was covered by the plastic. All of it was. It was all covered by the plastic. That being said, there's a little hole right here on all the Lotuses. Look at that right there. Greg gives you a marked side that says left, and typically left is for the driver and typically right is the passenger. So I'm assuming it's that way. That being said, he has this little thing. Tony used the word sandwich. So there's this little piece right here. Look at that. Fits right up in there, slips up in there. This goes on the back side of it. This does. You tighten it up there, and then this hinge sticks out so that you can mate it up with the carbon fiber. So let me show you. That is just so cool. Greg, hats off to you, man. You're a genius. That is awesome. Let's go ahead and install it. Bam, just like that. So that's sitting up there. All I did was slip that thing through and then do righty-tighty. I do recommend having the right Allen wrench. That one I had to hold in place with my left hand and then righty-tighty with this. I'm listening to Tony. I'm having it loose. It's not very tight on there. I'll tighten it as I get it aligned. So now I have that one, and then I'll slide the other one. We just gotta finish this last one over here, which looked pretty easy. So let's jump onto that. All right, I'm straight up in love with this kit. This is awesome. GRP, look at that. He embroidered that so it sticks right at you. Dude, that's awesome. Good for you, Greg. I love these parts by his company. I think they're awesome. That's the mounting point for one right there, and then the other one is backing around. I don't know if you guys can see that. I can't see it. But that's on the turbo the turbo intercooler bracket, that metal thing. It's mounted to that too, which is then both of those are mounted into the body of the Lotus. So that's it right there. So let's go ahead and grab the the carbon fiber scoop and set it inside and see if we can get it to line up. All right, I don't know if you guys are ready for this, but boom! Oh yes, worth it, totally worth it. So good. Josh, thank you so much for that part. Greg, thank you so much for providing the most amazing little kits. This is crazy. Honestly, this will be functional. How cool is that? Why do I say it's functional? My MR2 has a side intake like that. I ran a Monkey Wrench Racing duct intake. It actually created more horsepower on the dyno by having that stick out right there with the ram induction, colder air versus hot air. So this will ram cold air into that intercooler, which will then create more bang for your buck, which usually is more horsepower. That looks awesome. Greg, thank you so much. So that's how you did it. I would name this the wiggling install. What do I mean by that? There's a lot of wiggling. Everything lines up really well, pretty darn good, pretty aesthetic. I'm not gonna run that little piece on the ground over there. I'm gonna leave it off. But what do I mean by the wiggling? I had to wiggle a lot to get the plastic off, and then I had to wiggle these into place. So the way that I did these is I put those mounts in. I retightened the 10 millimeters on the back. Those two back ones are 10 millimeters after I got it aligned. Once I got it aligned, I kind of wiggled it all in there, and then I did the Allen wrench on these awesome little billet aluminum nuts and washers. That looks awesome. Wow, that looks exotic. Let's go ahead and put the little cool metal plate back on, and then duplicate this on the other side. How cool is that? This is gonna be a great video. Wow, guys, this Lotus is just, I can't get enough of this. Oh, this intro is gonna be awesome. All right, I buttoned that all back up. Look at that. That is pretty cool. That's awesome. I like that. So now what we're gonna do is hide up all that underneath the fender liner. You can kind of see some lights coming up from there. So we're gonna put the fender liner back on, and then move over to the passenger side. But before I do that, I'm gonna grab my snap-on light. I'm gonna bring you guys over here, and then you guys can see. See, I'm missing the metal, the mesh. So I think I'm gonna buy some mesh. So if Greg has some of the mesh or whatever, I'll pull that off and then reinstall it. But that looks awesome as of now. Wow, so aggressive. Dang, that is aggressive. It looks actually really good without the mesh. But definitely to have a complete car look on it, we're gonna want some mesh. I like that it's all black and up underneath there due to that shield that directs it back up there. That looks awesome. Wow, how cool is that? So let's go ahead and put the fender liner back. Actually, it's jumping right back in the video. It's a day later. You guys can see the sun's out a little bit more. Over the evening, I put some wax on it, and I haven't done the other side yet. So let's go ahead and jump on the other side. But before I do that, I'm gonna polish this off real quick. Let me grab an orb. Oh my gosh, that looks so insane. I did want to say, I did re-put that seal back in here. I don't know if you guys can see it. I said, hey, I might not run that seal, but I did put it in. You guys see the seal right there? Let's see if I can get you. That little seal, I did rerun that on there. And I did glue it with adhesive back on there. Why? Because I saw Greg's how-to and he left it in there, so I wanted to do it very similar to that. I do recommend it leaving in there. Let's go ahead and work on this side now. We'll go ahead and do left. Okay. Ooh, scary Mitch. So we are up underneath here. We've removed the wheel well. Again, we just removed these plastics over here, lefty loosey on them. Pretty cool. I don't know if you guys, oh yeah, you guys can see this. This is a filter right here. Let's see if I can get you guys down on here. So we are now on the driver's side. This is really cool. Look at this. You can see inside of here. That's the intake filter for the turbo kit. Look at that. There's a 2ZZ in there. Oh man, these Lotuses are so cool. So that's where the motor is. Isn't that crazy? All hidden up over there. Here's the intake for it, and then it goes right in there. There's a mass sensor, and then it routes on down into the turbo. Wow, that is so cool. So that's the intake side. All right, so I took the two lefty loosies on the intake fin, and then you should just be able to wiggle it, and it'll come out this way. So the other, this is so much easier. The other side I was having issues with. Why? Because the other side had a giant intercooler all mounted up right there. This one doesn't have that. So this should just be able to slide out on here like that. Ta-da! And it's out. These are really, really cool. I'll polish them up. Again, I don't think I'll have them sell because I broke a tab. Oh, I guess this one already had a broken tab on it. So I might just give these away. So if anyone wants these as a collection, whoever buys the next order on MITCHDORE.com, I'll probably just end up giving these away. So swing by MITCHDORE.com. These just might show up in your order. That'd be kind of cool. I'll polish them up and clean them for you. I think it has my girlfriend's hair in there. That's hilarious. So now that we got this off, let's go ahead and clean up the area and start installing like we did on the other side. This is pretty easy, to be honest. It's probably gonna be a 2-star. The other side was definitely a 3-star since I had that on there. So if you have the turbo kit, it'll be a 3-star. If you don't have a turbo kit, which majority you won't have that, and you won't have an intercooler wedged up in there, I would say this will be a 2-star install. Pretty simple. So let's go ahead and grab the other one and finish up this. Bam! We've installed it. It looks awesome. Again, a lot of fidgeting. So it's pretty simple. I just repeated the same side as the other one. This one goes in real easy. I mean, it just attaches to this. This one, these two are really fidgety. You gotta fidget in to get it right, to get that right angle on there that you really wanna fit on there. It's in there though, look at that. You can shake on it. What I'm gonna do now is put some more wax on it and then buff it off, and then we're gonna call it a video. I'll do a nice little edit for you guys as a beginning one, but oh, I love it. Okay, so this is gonna be the final step right here. We're gonna use the drill and we're gonna polish and buff this off to get that final shine. Why am I doing this? Because these are secondhand and I wanna get a really nice shine back to them. Yours will probably be brand new from Greg's Race. Bam, just like that, we are all done. Pretty easy install. I'm gonna say 2 out of 5. Not the hardest. You can do this. I would set aside, they say like 30 to 40 minutes. I'd say 30, 40 minutes per side, including the wax. Mine was pretty difficult on the driver's side due to having all that extra parts in there and having how cramped it was for the turbo kit. You won't have that issue. Again, about 2 out of 5 stars, pretty easy. Affordability, I'd say pretty middle for affordability. The aesthetic end results way better than this hunk of junk. Again, someone go to MITCHDORE.COMHOW. I'll send you these. If you guys want these, they might look cool if you put them up on a wall or something like that. That might look cool. So maybe you want to do that. But I think it looks way better with the carbon fiber. Absolutely, honestly, come on, that car looks amazing. Now that I have these on here, I think the next video will be us reinstalling the APR wing. I would show you guys how to do it. Now I already have holes drilled in mine, so I might show you how to drill holes. I've done that before on another car with some wing, but I think I'm ready to put that wing back on and put a polish on it, and I think that'll look good to have the carbon fiber duct and then the carbon fiber wing on there. I will put a little bit of carbon fiber on the interior. And then one of the things that I'm really kicking myself is that Greg had carbon fiber access panels on the front. That would have been like the piece de resistance. That would have been the perfect little front end of carbon fiber. So, oh well, you know, maybe I'll get those eventually if I want to spoil myself, but I ended up buying used Exige access panels. So I wish I would have done that. Make sure to hit the like button, subscribe, comment down below. If you have any questions, comment down below. I really appreciate it when you guys hit the like button, really helps out the channel. Next video, I got 15 parts for the CELICA. So maybe we'll start working on the CELICA. Probably a little bit more on the Lotus. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video.